So I'll be making a series on food and how to find, make, create new meals using basic staples. And the reason why I'm focusing on this, and I don't think it's too bizarre, is because as Americans, I think we go out of our way to find new and inventive ways to make food complicated, and when really around the world it's not very complicated at all. And it is a theme, you know, like in Brazil they have feijoada. So I ask them, what do you eat? They say feijoada. I ask another person, what do you eat? Feijoada. Feijoada. All it is beans and rice with the meat inside. So sometimes it's like, you know, cow. Sometimes it's all these different types of meat inside of like a bean stew. And then I ask my Middle Eastern students, what do you eat? The kids always tell me my mother every single night makes kapsa. Kapsa is just chicken and rice. They add onions sometimes, you know, to bring a vegetable to the plate. Sometimes they add dates, raisins. They have a special Middle Eastern spices they put inside, and that is kapsa. They also have shawarma, which is basically a tortilla, chicken tortilla, with a certain type of paste, you know, hummus or a certain type of Middle Eastern sauce. And then Iraq has they have this thing called dolma or dulma, and it is rice with meat on top and a yogurt. That's kind of like the sauce. In Asia, they have this food called congee, and it's basically a rice soup, and they say it's very good for you. They tell me it's very good for you. And then also in Japan, I've asked people, what do you eat? And they're like, well, rice, vegetables, and a different meat. And so a lot of people are like, you know, oh, they eat sushi, and they're like, no, we only eat that for special occasions. So here we are eating sushi, you know, once or twice a week, and then we eat, you know, a certain version or form of Chinese food that Chinese folks don't recognize. And we think that we understand what, you know, a normal regular diet is, and then we eat Italian food the next night, and that's just not normal for the rest of the world. So also, if you have a lot of children, and especially some sons, you're going to want certain foods that stick to your ribs, you know, your kids' ribs, so that everybody can eat and your sons don't eat up all the food. So there are real reasons why I'm probably going to be sticking to staples and different creative ways to make these foods that are probably not new all the time. And the reason why is because, even though I give a few alternate options, like if you want to replace your rice with quinoa, or if you replace your tortillas with lettuce, you can phase it into. You can just have the lettuce on the side, like romaine lettuce on the side of your tortilla stack, and, you know, ask your children to try it with lettuce instead of tortilla, and they might actually like it. So what I'm trying to say is the focus will be on introducing foods that might seem foreign, and like Colombian soup. But what you'll notice with folks from other countries is their food is very, very inexpensive. They make a big bundle of it at once, you know, and they make food once every 3 or 4 days. So they'll pull from the rice pan after making a huge batch of rice. They'll pull from that same pot over and over again for 2 or 3 days. And the same with beans. So yeah. And then I'll also give you the price of the bags of food that I'm buying and how many servings I can get from that bag. And of course that will vary depending on your family and serving size. But this is Linda of Christ is King Forever. I'm hoping that this series honors God and helps somebody out there. May God be with you.